My favorite part in the Bible are all the places where God says He loves me.
Oh, you're cute. Definitely. You're so pretty. Oh, hi! Welcome to Wasteland Glow. I'm Esther, your amanuensis. You must be here because you need something. So let's talk about it. What is it that you were just thinking? Oh, there is a lot of conversation around racism, especially on social media. Now, as someone who travels for a living, I have to say, I haven't met too many people who at least outwardly expose any sort of racism. I think they know what most people know outside of social media. Racism is a made-up word. We are the human race, and what are we racing for? To get to heaven. That's literally it. And if you're not racing, what are you doing? So, I just need you to know that here you can see we were made of soil, dirt, earth. And when you look up earth, you have two major categories. You have one that's under the category of treasure grove, where you can find gold, which can help pay your way, and it's also quite beautiful. And you can also find the word bread, which means of the earth, you can produce things that can contribute to life-sustaining abilities. Or you can look at the other category under the term garbage, where you have junk and trash. So I guess if we're all made of the earth, you have to decide what part of the earth you're made of. Are you made of all the riches and the beautiful parts, or are you all the parts that stink and are deteriorating? And really, it's up to you to decide. But if you let people push you into a box of thinking what you are without you even deciding, that's not good. So you need to think to yourself, what do I want to be? Do I want to be a treasure? Yes. Now, the trickier part is to decide that other people are treasures. Have you ever played a video game and played it so much? Let's just say, for example, like a Tetris game with all the colors and the shapes, and you're just playing it. And then you're like, I think I'll go to bed. And you turn off the light and you lay down, but because you've been playing the game for hours, the Tetris pieces just keep falling in your mind while you're not playing. Well, actually, technically, in between the time you put the game down and went to go get a drink and went to the water room and then decided to lay yourself down, those images were playing in your head in front of your eyes the whole time. Because it didn't just start when you closed your eyes in the dark. I need you to understand that when you're on social media, doom scrolling, just you're doing the same thing. So if all is popping up on your feed is racism, people think you suck, but they suck. People think you suck, but they suck. You're going to start seeing that in your vision when you're walking around. So say you do that for a couple hours every single day. Not only are you telling your brain, this is what I want to focus on, this is what I want to believe, and you're in charge of that, right? And you're letting people who are being paid to be sensational on the internet tell you what's up, instead of looking at reality, right? So you may be told, of your skin tone, everyone about you, people who look like you are just sensational and superb. And everyone who doesn't look like you is just muck. Bleh. Okay, so you've got that playing in your face, right? Constantly. Then let's say you meet someone who looks like you, but they're not nice to you. Well, you can't accept that then because of your reality that you painted. But I bet you do. I bet you don't even think of race because they look like you technically. So then you don't think, oh, well, that completely fights my idea of racism because I thought everyone who looked like me was supposed to be awesome like me. Ignoring the fact that none of us are actually awesome because we all have bad days and we just try to be awesome. So that's two people you met the day, you and somebody else. You're going to have bad days, and so are they. Now we have you meeting people that you were told on the media were awful people, but they open the doors for you. They greet you with smiles, but you don't smile back because they're racist. What are they going to think? What are they going to think when you're of a different skin tone and you're the only one being impolite in this category, in this greeting? Seriously, people, if you're acting nasty to somebody because of their race, because you think they're racist, but they're being nice to you, any outside observer is going to be like, well, you're the racist. So be careful with that. But literally, think about it from your actual experiences. Don't keep letting this color what you see. Color. Skin color. Seriously, like when you walk around, see all the people that help you. Actually notice that, because if you're letting your chosen programming to reprogram and condition your brain and your motives and your actions, well, I hope you're doing that on purpose, because if not, what are you doing? Because if you have all these people who look different than you, who are being nice to you, and you have a few people who look the same as you and aren't being nice to you, are you not catching on? Is this right here that's left over from all of the viewing of things that aren't real really messing you up? You need to think about that. So, what part of the earth are you? Are you the treasure or are you the garbage? Because honestly, if a whole group of people think you're garbage, even if you want to disagree with them, part of you is going to be like, well, maybe I am. And that's where Satan gets you. Everyone who's a Christian knows, and you should really become a Christian if you're not, because we all know that God made us from the earth. Thus, we can't complain. And when you get on to somebody for the way God made them, you're arguing with God, and I would be very careful with that. That being said, I have a book I was literally just looking at, which is why I popped up on your feed. So it's not finished. I have a whole bunch of things I want to do. Let's get up in your face for a second. I want you to see something that I've been working on, that I was inspired by God to do. It's not finished, but I'm tired of holding on to the secret. Ready? What is that? Look at that big old heart. Look at the color of that. Put your arm up. You have your friend with you? Have them put their arm up. I bet even if y'all are related, y'all could look different. Where is that? That looks pretty. Where is that? Is that the beach sand in Florida in America? What? So if your skin tone looks like that, maybe that's the sand you were born from. Not literally born on, but if we're that amazing and we're made of the earth and we see all of the earth that amazing, well, duh, that's why we look different. Look at this. Here's a little darker color. What if that's you? Beach sands in Fiji Island. What? Sands can look different just like people? What is that? Look at that beautiful color. Look at that. Hold your hand up. Is that your color? I don't have all the colors yet, guys. I literally said I have to order these. I haven't been all these places. But look at this. River sand in Georgia, America. River sand. Are you river sand colored from Georgia, America? That'd be so cool. What about this? This has a little bit more red tint. You can't see because of the glare. This would be a great demonstration in person, but it's okay. Clay, also from Georgia, America. What if you looked like this and your friend who was born somewhere completely different looked like this? And you'll both look like you came from Georgia, which we just named Georgia. It's all the earth, right? All right, so what about this? Ooh, we're getting into some really beautiful dark reds. Can you see that? It's canyon dirt from South Utah in America. God inspired me to do this. Wake up, you guys. What's that? This is a nice robust brown. It's a bit chunky, the texture. And it's topsoil from Tennessee, America. And this is a nice, beautiful, intense black. Look at that. Ooh, I could have been doing this angle the whole time. Hold on, let me do the other one. Oh, that looks so good. See that? Beach sand from Hawaii in America. Now, God did say that even though he made us from the earth, did he not make us in his image? So whether you're light-skinned, dark-skinned, you have more red hues or yellow hues, if you were here, you could see your reflection. This doesn't work as well as not when it's not in person. that case. So you see, we're made of the earth. We're as variable as the earth. Let's just re-go over the definition of racism. The belief that groups of humans possess different behavioral traits corresponding to inherited attributes can be divided based on the superiority of one race ethnicity over another. I'm sorry, but I use Korean skincare. I really love Japanese food. And don't get me started on samosas from India. But I also really like boxties from Ireland. Ooh, and if you put that in some horseradish ranch. But I love good Southern tea. But then when I go to a Chinese restaurant, they have that different kind of iced tea. Hello! All I'm saying is these inventions that I'm talking about, food, which I'm obviously very crazy about, and art and building structural designs and all that stuff, they came from people's brains, people's ideas, people's hearts, people's desperation to have something new for whatever reason, because invention comes from a need, right? So if all these beautiful things come from someone's mind, what the heck are we worried about their skin tone for? The only reason you should be worried about skin tone is if you're going shopping and your friend's like, please let me know if this looks good. You need to consider not only is the product sheer, we're going to show everything off because no girl or boy, is the product shapely? Is it thin and cheaply made? Is it way past their budget? And also, does it complement their skin, their hair, and their eye color? Even their lips. And if it doesn't look good, you need to tell them. And if you're either going, I can't look because of racism, which doesn't exist, or, oh, I have to look because everything has to match your skin tone, even if you like it, you can't wear it, let the girl wear it. Let her know it's not that flattering, but if you like it, go off. That's when you should consider it. So, other words for racism: prejudice, discrimination, and antagonism. If those are also words you use, you racist! And that's stupid because you're literally admitting to being something that doesn't even exist. Also, did you know that when you place value on a person based on their skin, you're basically saying they're the same as all the people in their skin tone? Which means you're saying not just for someone that you may not like or someone you assume doesn't like you, but you're also saying for yourself that every wonderful thing that other people made who happen to look like you get to claim their good things. That seems so nice. Except when you have that mentality, you don't create anything nice because you don't have to. Your race has done it for you, so you get to claim it. Except, what if you were made to save someone's life? What if you were made to invent something amazing and you don't because you're placid, you're complacent. Someone else did it, they look like you, okay. But if you're a woman, how many times in history did women have to change their name or have a man take their claim so that this great thing could come out? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with claiming someone who looks like you, their invention or their status, because women had to give up their rights all the time for that? Women got their ideas stolen all the time by men. And men, other men have done it to you too. Heck, maybe even a woman has sometimes. I don't know. I'm not trying to separate genders here. I don't believe in that either. But I need you guys to think outside the box of just skin tone and see that in other situations you wouldn't be okay with it. So why would you be okay with it here? Social media. But in the end, it is your fault because you're the one going, ooh, back in the day, it was cute little old people reading the tabloids, getting into lines to get their groceries. And I'm over here like, ew. But then social media, that's made for us younger people. It's the same garbage. Again, if you are able to claim all the good things your people did, I guess that means you, by definition, have to claim all the evil things they did too. Do you even know the history of your people? Because I can tell you there isn't a single group of people that don't have people who have hurt other people in it, in all kinds of ways. So are you really sanctioning that you're just like your people? And thirdly, how boring. I'm in a family where we're all different. Now, I actually look very different from my family, but internally we're very different. We like different things. And we get to make fun of each other when we're like, what are you doing? Are you not from a family like that? Is everyone exactly the same? It's nice to have people who care about you in your family who like what you like. Now, I know that there are people who don't, for whatever reason. They could be right, you could be right. Well, I'm not going into that. But my point is, isn't it nice to be in a group of people who are different and you guys all get to enjoy? Imagine you're out with your spouse and they really like sweeter things and you really like tartar things. But to be fair, those are your favorites. But you like the other. So when he gets his sweet thing and you get your tart thing, does he not share his sweet? Do you not share your tart? So then you get the best of both worlds? Like, are you joking? It's great when there's diversity. Now, I don't mean forced diversity. I mean natural diversity, when we're not sitting there looking to make sure our skin tone is represented because we're living in a world where we don't have to worry about that. Now, we are in a world that we have to worry about that. But the thing is if you think you're one skin tone and you think, oh, everything is telling me that all these things are awful for me, you do realize that the algorithm pushes what it thinks people are going to watch. So if you're one skin tone and someone else is a different skin tone, they're getting the exact same message in a different way. Be so for real. You know that's happening. And also, if you're sitting in a room full of people who look exactly like you and they all decide they're going to go on a hating binge of something, let's just say horses. Who could hate horses? I don't know. But let's just say someone says, oh, I don't like horses. And then everyone's like, yeah, I don't like horses either. But they all look like you. And you don't want to agree. But what if they call you names based on the fact that you don't agree? But they're your skin tone. You're all supposed to think the same. Are you? Or is that something you've been taught? When you're judged based on something you can't control, besides either bleaching or tanning or whatever have you, what are you really saying? So I just want to finish this up with one more thing. God is real. He made you, your body of the dust, but then he breathed his nostrils into you, and that's what gave you life. And you're letting Satan, who is behind the scenes, push you to believing that you're only your body's worth, when God already said in the Bible he was going to put you into a much better body. One that doesn't fear, one that doesn't hate, one that doesn't get sad or cry. And you're only going to be surrounded by other people who are exactly the same and yet different, because he loves his different children. So are you going to sit here and be focused on what Satan's telling you and be planted in Satan's world and miss heaven and miss exactly the thing that could be perfect for setting you free? Stop worrying about your skin tone. Again, you're blaspheming what God chose to do, because I didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for yours. But we have what we have. So let's celebrate that just God is amazing and he knows what he's doing. And stop letting Satan win. What really matters is the one thing we were given our own choice over. It wasn't our skin. It wasn't our hair. It's not even our stature or where we were born or how much money we will ever make. It's our heart. It's our choices. It's our control, our self-control. Do we surrender that to God? Because if we surrender the one thing we have to God, our lives are going to be forever great. And then when you realize that you're a spiritual being and not just some three-dimensional meat sack, like the world wants you to think, because the world is run by Satan and Satan is disgusted by you. Literally in the Bible, one of the things it says that you're made of is from dirt. And when you look up dirt, there's so many evil things that describe dirt, like so many awful things. And it's like, wow, I wonder where those prejudices came from. Trust me, you'll be doing much better if you focus on the spiritual, stay with God, and stop worrying about skin tone. Because literally, racism is of the devil. It's made up. So drink your morning orange juice. Take care of your body because it's Jesus' temple. But I promise you, don't take more than 2 seconds to consider it. God wants you to brush your hair, oil your skin, present a good, clean, healthy exterior, because he wants you to take care of yourself. All of his commands are either do this because it's good for you or don't do that because it's bad for you. And when you look at that and you realize, because he says don't murder. Murder tears you apart, right? So that's what I'm saying. All of his commands are for that. And he never commanded you to be a certain skin tone. In fact, he said he was no respecter of persons. He made you. Why would he make one person more superior than another? You are exactly who you were meant to be. I recommend you pray to God and you say, God, you made me to be something. And I know this world has distracted me all the way to where I am today. Please help me to focus. Please help me to become the person you meant for me to become. Because I guarantee you, where Satan makes garbage that falls apart and is terrible for us, God builds up jewels that would just delight us. And those jewels are you and me. So let's start being the way we're meant to be and focus on what we need to be focused on and stop letting Satan blow up our skirts. Seriously. I love you. I haven't met a person I don't love. There are mean people out there, but honestly, I believe that it's because they're just overwhelmed. And they don't have someone to say, okay, calm down, let me make you a sandwich. Because a sandwich fixes everything. I could use a sandwich. Anywho, I love you. I hope this reaches you. And just remember, just because you didn't see your skin tone in here, right, doesn't mean it's not there. I just haven't finished this. I don't know if you can tell, but I live in America, and most of this was from America. And I did say I travel. But some of this was from other places, but I had to order it. I will finish it, and I will take it to the streets and show people, and it will be so cool. But for now, I'm stuck here. I don't have everything ready. Ah! Anyway, this was Esther Euromanuensis from Wasteland Glow. I love you, and you have a great day. And remember, as much as I love you, Jesus loves you so much more because no one can love you like Jesus. Mwah!